After the death of American Pickers Frank Fritz this past September, his co-host and series creator Mike Wolfe has opened up about losing him. During a conversation, Wolfe shared details of Fritz's struggle with addiction. Wolfe also revealed how he tried to help him, as well as sharing a few words in his memory. Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz served as co-hosts on American Pickers when it first began in 2010. The series, which aired on the History Channel, saw Wolfe and Fritz venture throughout America in search of artifacts they can buy from collectors. Fritz had made his last appearance on American Pickers in March 2020. He was officially fired from the show the following year. In a recent conversation with People, Wolfe talked about Fritz's firing from the show. He also described how his former co-host struggled with addiction. As Wolfe explained, Fritz had undergone surgery after hurting his back moving things around his home. As Wolfe noted, the timing made things especially dangerous. Wolfe noted that, with that time off and him having surgery, it was like the perfect storm. He became addicted to opioids, and that's when everything changed. While discussing what happened, Wolfe made it a point to note that he felt he didn't have the right to tell Fritz's story, saying that rightfully belonged to Fritz. However, he noted, "But I feel, the right to tell the personal story of how myself and so many people struggled to navigate what was going on in his life." Wolfe also revealed that he tried to stage an intervention on Fritz's behalf. As he shared, "I remember running into him like a month later. He said he was just going to handle everything on his own, and I asked him how he was doing. He said, 'I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm really fine.' And then like a month later he was gone," saying he never ever gave up on Fritz. Wolfe said he also tried to help Fritz enter rehab. Ultimately, he noted, "And so watching Frank doing some of the things that he was doing, it was really hard." The issues also impacted the show, with production calling for negative drug tests. Wolfe noted it was the network that made the final decision on what the show would do. "They're just like, 'Listen, we have to move on. We have to keep going with this.' I had mixed emotions about doing that, and we were just trying to figure out what we were going to do." Wolfe then compared losing Fritz to losing a brother. Fritz leaving the show wasn't easy for him. As Wolfe shared, "I was just kind of left to fend for myself in a lot of ways. I could finish his sentences. He could finish my sentences." Wolfe also noted there was talk of having Fritz eventually rejoin the show. However, in 2022, he realized it wasn't ever going to happen after he suffered a stroke in 2022. Ultimately, Wolfe ended the conversation with some words describing his former co-host. As he shared, "He was a beautiful, beautiful person that, to be honest with you, who knows what our lives would have been like if there was never a show," says Wolfe. "I just want people to know who he was." Did you watch Frank Fritz's final moments on American Pickers? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. In a heartfelt revelation, American Pickers star Mike Wolfe recently opened up about the challenges and struggles that have affected his former co-star and longtime friend, Frank Fritz. After years of speculation, Wolfe publicly addressed Frank's battle with drug addiction, shedding light on a personal journey that ultimately led to his departure from the popular show. For fans, this disclosure adds a complex, somber layer to the dynamic duo's story. Once celebrated for their banter, unique finds, and the friendship that seemed to be the heart of the show, the reality now presents a much deeper narrative about resilience, loyalty, and the difficulties that come with addiction. In this piece, we'll explore the history between Mike and Frank, how addiction has shaped their journey, the aftermath of Frank's departure, and how Mike's revelation brings attention to the challenges faced by those dealing with substance abuse. Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz first met as childhood friends in their hometown of Davenport, Iowa. Both shared a passion for treasure hunting and antiques, finding joy in unearthing forgotten relics from America's past. What started as a hobby soon became a way of life, eventually leading them to form a professional partnership. In 2010, American Pickers premiered on the History Channel, following Mike, Frank, and their partner Danielle Colby as they scoured the country for rare collectibles. Their chemistry was evident. While Mike served as the charismatic negotiator, Frank played the loyal sidekick, balancing out the show with his humor and down-to-earth personality. For fans, the dynamic between Mike and Frank was a large part of what made American Pickers enjoyable to watch. Together, they felt like family, bickering good-naturedly and laughing along the way, all while uncovering forgotten pieces of history. However, beneath the camaraderie, there were underlying issues that began to strain their relationship and ultimately led to Frank's departure from the show in 2021. Although fans were initially left in the dark, recent revelations about Frank's struggles with addiction have clarified the picture, helping fans understand the difficult circumstances that both men faced. Frank Fritz's journey with addiction is unfortunately not uncommon. His struggles, however, were often masked by his public persona, hidden from view as he continued to film and travel with Mike. Substance abuse often exists in the shadows, and for Frank, it appears that the pressures of fame, coupled with personal issues, exacerbated his addiction. Frank's addiction began to take a toll on his health, affecting his reliability on set and leading to missed filming sessions and a strained relationship with Mike and the rest of the team. For years, fans noticed signs of tension between Mike and Frank, but it wasn't until Mike's recent revelation that the true nature of the struggle became clear. In an interview, Mike discussed the difficulty of watching his friend battle addiction, noting that he had tried to support Frank in numerous ways, offering help and encouragement. But, as many who have loved someone with an addiction know, it's a painful, often fruitless task unless the person facing addiction is ready to seek help themselves. Mike's openness about Frank's struggles with addiction brings a new level of empathy and understanding to the situation. Many fans were shocked to learn about the severity of Frank's addiction, especially considering how well he hid his troubles on screen. However, Mike's statement emphasized that Frank's well-being was his top priority, even if it meant stepping back from the show and allowing Frank to find the help he needed. Frank's departure from American Pickers left a noticeable void in the show. While Mike Wolfe has continued to film, sometimes bringing in his brother Robbie Wolfe as a replacement, fans have missed the banter and balance that Frank provided. For many viewers, the heart of the show lay in the relationship between Mike and Frank, two lifelong friends with a shared passion for history and a unique connection that kept viewers engaged. The absence of Frank has not only changed the show's dynamic, but also prompted many fans to reflect on the impact of addiction on relationships. Viewers have taken to social media to express their sadness over the dissolution of the friendship, with some even calling for Frank's return. However, Mike has made it clear that Frank's health and recovery are the top priorities, and that means stepping back from the high-pressure environment of filming until he is ready. Mike's public acknowledgement of Frank's struggles is a testament to their long-lasting bond. It also highlights an essential aspect of friendship: standing by someone even during their darkest moments. While there may be periods of distance, Mike's concern for Frank's well-being reflects a genuine care that goes beyond television and celebrity. In his statement, Mike expressed his hope that Frank could overcome his struggles, emphasizing that his love for Frank as a friend remains strong. Addiction is a lifelong battle, and recovery is often a slow and challenging process. For Frank, the journey has been complicated by the public nature of his life and the scrutiny that comes with being a television personality. However, fans and friends alike hope that he can find healing and return to a healthier life, even if that means leaving the show behind for good. Frank's road to recovery may be long, but with the support of friends like Mike and the strength to face his challenges head-on, there's hope that he can reclaim his health and happiness. One unexpected outcome of Mike's revelation is the spotlight it places on the topic of addiction. While addiction is a common struggle, it's rarely discussed openly, particularly in the entertainment world. Mike's honesty about Frank's battle helps destigmatize addiction, showing that it can happen to anyone, even a beloved television personality. Fans have responded to this openness with compassion, many sharing their own stories of addiction and recovery in response. Mike's candidness has also encouraged discussions about the importance of seeking help, supporting loved ones, and understanding the complexity of addiction. Many fans have expressed their gratitude for the transparency, noting that it helps them feel less alone in their own battles with addiction or their efforts to support loved ones who are struggling. By sharing Frank's story, Mike is not only honoring his friend, but also contributing to a broader conversation that can help others find hope and support. While Frank's departure has changed the landscape of American Pickers, his impact on the show and its fans is undeniable. Together, Mike and Frank brought history to life in a way that was accessible and entertaining, and they built a legacy that fans won't soon forget. Whether or not Frank returns to American Pickers, his contributions to the show will be remembered, and fans will continue to hold out hope for his recovery and well-being. For Mike, continuing the show without Frank is undoubtedly bittersweet. Although he's found new ways to keep the series fresh, the absence of his friend is felt deeply, both by him and by the viewers. The future of American Pickers may look different, but Mike's commitment to preserving history, sharing stories, and honoring the past remains as strong as ever. As Frank Fritz continues his journey, he does so with the support of fans and friends who genuinely care for his well-being. His story is a reminder that addiction is a complex, often hidden struggle, and that recovery requires time, patience, and a strong support system. Mike Wolfe's decision to share Frank's story offers a glimpse into the trials and tribulations faced by those dealing with addiction, as well as those who love them. In the end, Frank's battle with addiction isn't just a story of struggle, it's a story of resilience and hope. Fans continue to send their well wishes to Frank, hoping he can find peace and healing. Whether or not he returns to American Pickers, his legacy as a beloved figure in the world of antique collecting remains, along with a renewed awareness of the challenges faced by those who live with addiction.